So this is Dr. J. Kamal and Spikes in live in Long Island, New York, talking stocks. We love to talk stocks. Tesla, Amazon. Which one did I buy today? Anybody know? Raise your hand if you think you know.
Choose your poorly.
Which one, Kamal?
Tesla.
Kamal? Is that Kamal or is that
We can't even talk about Sava. Sava.
No, sava. Sava.
Santa.
BCRX was up today.
Sava. It's.
Do you know that? BCRX bucked the trend.
What, over a penny?
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
yeah.
Penny.
Tim added to Sava. I added to Tesla today, too.
Yeah, it was probably wise.
Look, if Kathy Wood could buy 1 million shares a day, I could buy a few shares.
Few million shares.
She's how many million shares did she buy in the last couple of weeks? Like 60 million? I think it was something like that.
Well, didn't somebody say she was trimming yesterday? Somebody said yesterday she was trimming.
How much does she have altogether? 650 million? Or I know it's some staggering amount. I don't know exactly.
Of Tesla.
Maybe that's
you don't mean she, you mean we.
Maybe that's how much she added in the last few weeks, 650 million. I'm not sure. I read somehow that number comes to mind. I know she's a glutton for punishment. Well, you know, she figures she won't be wrong.
Was it 67%?
If she keeps buying Tesla and says in 5 years, if you buy it now, it'll be 5 times as much. She'll be right? If she buys it a little lower, from the lowest point.
If Elon Musk leaves it alone.
Tesla, my target to enter was 128. So when it hit it, I entered a little. I added. I had a small position. I still don't have a large position. The EV tax credit is what, 7,500? 7,500, right? That's pretty significant. So how much is a Model 3? About 60 grand? Something like that, fully equipped? Yes. Take away 7,500, it's not that bad.
No.
Cybertruck is coming. But, you know, some people think it's just another car company and it's going to be flooded with competition from the likes of Mercedes and VW and BMW. I guess so.
You think it lost its zing?
What else?
Do you think Tesla lost its zing?
I looked at XIN, you mean XPEV? I think it lost it to XPEV a little bit in China.
It's lost its panache.
That's a big chunk of Tesla. He sold for 40 billion. And plus, how many sales did he lose by opening his big fat trap? It's talking too much.
Right.
He's a big mouth, yes.
Yeah. All right, so Tesla is on my shopping list for Christmas. I also made 2 other moves today. I sold my SPXL pre-market, thank goodness. Made a few bucks because I bought it, I don't know when I bought it, but a lot cheaper. Not a lot cheaper, but cheaper. I made a profit. And then I waited to buy diamonds. I bought diamonds. I forget what I paid for it. And I bought spiders at the end of the day. So
what is the reason to be somewhat optimistic, I guess?
ASRT, double bottom at 351. Okay.
Yeah, it's the hope.
The cheapest Model 3 is 46,000, but nobody buys that. They all add stuff to it. So figure 55,000 by the time you're done. So you could buy it for under 50 with the rebate. But the rebate's only good through the end of March, I think. Webble.
What is that picture?
That's butt.
That's a butt.
That's
Butt crack.
that's a Webble trader.
Butt cleavage. Butt cleavage.
Yeah. I use three platforms, which I'm not going to say which ones because I don't want to give free plugs.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Gee, I don't know. We should take a quick peek at nvda.
Good question, Chris.
I thought it was ready to break out, but it didn't. It went down with the rest of the market about 10% or 8% today.
Yeah, I have a lot of it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was down an extreme amount midday. I was, I don't get bothered by these things, but I was beginning to feel queasy in my stomach already. It doesn't believe me. It takes a lot to get to me, but it got to me a little bit. But by the end of the day, I got half of it back.
Well, that's good.
Oh, we have Vladimir with us. Vladimir, it's only fair to hear from Vladimir because we heard from Zelensky yesterday, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful speech.
But Vladimir, this is a young Vladimir, apparently, right?
Yeah. The KGB days.
David Tepper, the bullish of the hedge fund guys, turned bearish. See, but even though he turned bearish,
Really?
he said, I'm only slightly bearish, something like that. He's not fully bearish. He's hedging. But Vladimir is not funny. You know something? Unless somebody comes up with something that's truly offensive, I'm not banning them. If it's
just those commercials.
If it's free sex advertising, I ban them.
Yeah.
If it's dirty words, I'll ban them. But otherwise they can stay.
You just said happy holidays.
Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, Santa Claus is coming. I still say so. And that's why I bought SPY.
He's right here.
He's right here. I was going to say in my StockTwits blurb that Santa might just drop in. I had no idea Kamal would do this.
Yeah, I'm trying to encourage him to come by.
Yeah.
He's turning that frown upside down.
Yeah. So I'm not big on censorship. I have a large tolerance for people saying whatever. But I do have my limits because for one thing, we don't want YouTube to get mad at us. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right, so
because of all the thousands of.
Yeah. All right, so what I did today was add SPY.
So yeah.
But I added, remember I told you that last week I sold SPY. I bought back what I sold exactly, same number of shares, but at a much cheaper price. And with the difference, I bought With the difference, I bought DIA today. I added to my DIA.
But
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Remember I said that Tuesday? I kept talking diamonds.
yes, we'll find out.
Chances are, if I talk about it, I'm going to do it. And I did it. I did it. I added to the diamonds. So it's time to chart. And I'll make it big for Kamal.
Thank you.
This is the NASDAQ composite. We very rarely look at this, but it was very near to another low. So I decided to give it a look. All right, so I drew a couple of lines. I drew a line at the low, and I drew a line at where I thought support would be. And sure enough, it hit my line of support. I was tempted, believe it or not, to add the Qs at that point in time. Had I done so, I would have gotten a nice pop, but I didn't. Nevertheless, I like the fact that it stopped today where it did. I like the fact that the last hour was relatively strong on all and the whole market. So I think we get a continuation tomorrow. And I think Santa has come to town. He's just been quiet, you know. He's worried about the cyclone, whatever. What is a cyclone? You know, I thought a cyclone is a roller coaster at Coney Island. I didn't know.
Yes.
Well, I thought the Santa's used to cold weather.
Cyclones, yeah. I don't remember ever experiencing a cyclone in New York. Do you?
No. It was still they hadn't taken it down yet when I was a kid, but nobody jumped on it.
The only cyclone I know is the one in Coney Island where when it goes to the top, you start praying.
Wasn't that the tornado? The cyclone's the one that's still there.
The cyclone is still in Coney Island.
The tornado.
No, the weather report said we're going to have cyclone.
Right, exactly.
I didn't know what it is, a cyclone.
It's not
I never experienced a cyclone ever that I can remember. Anyway, this chart gives me a little hope.
What do you mean? Every time Wizard of Oz is on, we hear it's a twister. It's a twister.
Is a cyclone the same as a tornado?
Nope.
No.
I don't know. One of our guests will tell us the difference.
Whatever. All right. Tornadoes we've experienced in New York before, on rare occasions. But I never heard of a cyclone. All right, anyway. I like the chart at this point. It's worth entering at least for a Santa Claus rally. That's my opinion on this. Spiders.
That's all you have to say about that.
After hours, we're down slightly. We came back nicely. Look at this candle. It had been much lower. I had drawn the line underneath this low at 373, and we came pretty close to it when it turned around. So I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, if it goes lower, I think it's going to 369 area, 368. But it may not. It may just give us a nice pop back to the 410 area at this point. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. More than hoping for, I'm expecting a big rally, not a little one, but a big one. Maybe higher than 410. Would you settle for 410 by the end of the year at this point?
I would love to, yes.
Yeah. So that 26, 7, 8, 9. All of we have a week tomorrow and 5 more trading days to make how many points? 30. I think that's doable. It's not even 10%. We could do 10% in a week, 6 days. With Santa coming to town, definitely. This reminds me of 2018. We should take a look at the weekly on 2018. Where's 2018? Is this it? I gotta hide that in order to see. Yeah, 12/21/2018. It's right here. Okay, so you see that we had on the 18th a turnaround day, and then on 12/31, the week of 12/31. This is the weekly, so it's hard to say exactly when this happened. I should switch to the daily, but nevertheless, you get the idea. We had a turnaround week, the Christmas week, and after Christmas, we just did nothing but go up. And I think we could get history could repeat itself for the action of 2018. 2018 was similar in that the Fed had been raising rates, but then they started to lower rates right around Christmas. And that's what caused the turnaround. Of course, the Fed is not being so nice this year. So we don't have that analogy. All right, anyway, my call is 369 on the downside, 410 on the upside on SPY. I don't know what happened to the drawings. Just clear it all. The diamonds, you can clearly see the downtrend that they're in. But the good news is that it broke above the descending channel and is staying above it. And I feel very strongly that I drew the line right in here. I think the support comes at 324.15. So we're 2 points above strong support. That's why I bought diamonds today. I feel, again, we're due for a rally. I'm not sure whether I hold my diamonds, but if I get that pop, I might sell them. Not sure. I think we're due for a pop. My hypothesis is that the lows are in. The lows are in, and we're not going to go lower than well, that's what the lows are in means. That we're not going to make new lows in 23. So no new lows in 23. A lot of choppiness is still possible, especially in the first quarter. But I think we get a solid second half of 23 that will more than erase all of Kamal's losses.
I hope so. Just mine?
You amount to God's ear.
I don't know if it will more than erase all of Kathy Wood's losses, but Kamal's losses, yes.
I hope so.
You're not too worried about Kathy, are you?
No, she's got plenty.
All right, Tesla. I tell you, I don't know how she goes to work every morning and looks at herself in the mirror. How does she look at herself in the mirror? It must be very difficult. I love her. I think she's a wonderful human being. But how does she do it? You know, when you're handling other people's money, it's really, really difficult. Very
Oh,
difficult.
you have to have conviction, and she does.
Yeah, but after losing 75, 80% of a value, that's all you got left is conviction.
Nah, well, they don't call it patience for nothing.
Tesla's next target, if it continues to go down, is that 110 area. 110 area. I drew the line right there. It's not that it wasn't that far away today. It was low as 122. I think there's an excellent chance it goes to 110, even though I added. I added with the point of view of adding more, like Kathy. So I added a little bit. If it hits 110, I'll add more. And then I think that my final tranche for this one will be below 100. I think you could get there. At least in the near term, it could get as low as $90. So I'm looking at 110 to add and then 90 to add. If it doesn't get there, that's fine. I'm happy. I'm not bearish on Tesla. I'm just facing the facts, looking at the chart,
Mm-hmm.
and I realize that it's possible. The VIX, look at the candle today. It was a nice candle, but it's just like the candle back here on 1213. It was repelled by the 50. I think the VIX goes down tomorrow, back towards $20 where it belongs. The VIX has clearly been in a downtrend, by the way.
Yeah.
So it broke out of the downtrend, but I don't think we're going to see this number again, 35, for a long time on the VIX. So
Oh, you mean where I bought it?
yeah, I really don't think we're going to see that. So if anything, I would be short the VIX. If anything, I'm just looking at it to get an idea of where I think the market is going, and I do think the market short term has the ability to rally strong into the new year. What else did I list? CRISPR.
You gotta do sava if you get a chance also.
All right. CRISPR was up today. BCRX was up today. CRISPR was up 1.5%, which is, a nice move considering everything, considering how the market was. It's been in a terrible downtrend, and one of the analysts that covers it says $37. It hit $42. I think that's enough. I don't think it gets to the $37 target, unless I'm wrong about the lows being in. If I'm right about the lows being in, this definitely has more upside than downside, along with the XBI. I think CRISPR is a buy here. I think $42, even if it's revisited, I think you're going to get a double bottom there. You won't go below. I don't see $37 on this one without major market weakness. I mean, it could happen, but I don't see it. And what was the other one? Sava?
Sava. Yeah, Pete's saying there is no Saturday close this year.
Sava fell apart a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It gave back.
Yeah, but look at the bounce back above the 100.
Most stocks have this typical type of candle today.
Yeah, but
It went down and back up.
Not this good. This is more. It got back more than half its losses of the day.
Yep.
So remember, I said 33. I thought would be the bottom, and that's where it closed out. So I think we've seen the lows on Sava, and I think we move up along with the rest of the market tomorrow, and into the new year and beyond. So I'm very optimistic. I'm very bullish the market, very bullish BioDrek. very bullish period right now. And one of the reasons is because everybody seems to be bearish. So might as well be the contrarian that I've always made money with being. I think next year though the market isn't going to go straight up. It'll have its fits and starts. No
Yeah.
question about it. A lot of choppiness, especially in the first quarter, maybe even up to the first half.
We're gonna have to wait for the fifth quarter of 2023.
Yeah, look, we have to wait for Jay Powell to get the cobwebs out of his brain because he's got a bug up his rear end that he must raise rates, must raise rates, must raise rates without pausing and checking what have you done so far, what is the cause, what is the effect so far, the cumulative effect of all the rate hikes that you've done.
Well, today's news is going to help him any because you had unemployment up, but then you also had that the economy expanded. So, it's very. This is why the market went down, and he's not. Luckily, he's not going to say a word this week until after Christmas.
There's a lot of evidence that inflation is coming down. You want to wait? You want to put us into deflationary recession? Go ahead. I mean, you have the power to do it, Jay.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. Believe me. I think it is time to take an assessment of what he's done so far.
He has to pause. With all this bullshit talk, pardon the expression, he's only going to do a quarter of a point come February. And then he'll maybe do another quarter of a point and stop anyway. But that's why the market's going to be choppy. Until the Fed says we're pausing.
But he's still been hinting that a half is not out of the question.
It won't be a half.
All right.
In fact, it may not even be a quarter because the CPI reports are coming in, 2 of them.
Those are big. Like I said, but the economy did expand.
I'm not sure if it's 2 of them or 1 of them. I'm not sure the date of the next Fed meeting.
Maybe he sees things we don't see. Well,
I really hate to say it, but he's been wrong and late to raise rates to begin with, and now he's wrong again and raising them for too long and too sharp. I'm in Jeremy Siegel's camp. Wait and see what the effect is. All right, I'm getting myself all worked up, lousing up Jay Powell.
We do have. Did we do Amazon today? And we also had a request for NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. Disaster du jour. It had been down 8%, so it only down 7%. It came back off the 100. We have a positive cross of the 50 and the 100. I like that. So the 50 is about to cross the 100, and when it crosses the 200, I'll be even happier. So really, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a move up to about 172. Let it cross the 200, and then I think we're home free. This one looks like it's trading between the 100 and 200. I expect more of the same until we get up there and finally go through the 200. This is similar to the spiders, where it has to make a clean break at a 200. So it's the same deal, trading between the 100 and the 200. Got to make a break of the 200 before I feel extremely bullish on NVIDIA. I own NVIDIA. I bought it higher. I bought it lower. I think I'm actually in the green on this one for now. Any other requests? Amazon we looked at, right?
Yeah. Did we look at Amazon? I
No.
don't think so.
No.
We're looking at it now. It bounced off the low of the year but not that much. Let's look at the weekly.
Hmm.
Well, this is the 2020 lows.
Revolt and development, if I ever saw one.
With just about even with the pandemic lows. It looks like from eyeballing it.
Yeah.
And it looks like it when I draw the line too. The pandemic low was 81.30. The low today was 82.25. Close enough. So basically, we put in a double bottom today. That's how I see it. Amazon is a steal. I mean, come on. The largest e-commerce company in the world. What is it? 70% of online sales are through Amazon. They got the biggest cloud business in the world. They got they're also a freight company with all the trucks that they operate. I
And a
mean,
grocery store.
how about the streaming company? They're a streaming company too.
Right.
I'm watching Amazon Prime tonight. I don't know about you. I want to see the Jets.
Yeah, we want to see the Jets play, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, Amazon Prime. I admit I don't watch it too often, but I love Amazon. I just don't like the price that it's trading at. But I love this. I love the stock, the company and the stock. I would like to buy more, but I own so much of it.
Yeah.
I just can't buy more. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. I want to diversify into other great companies as well. I'm not so sure Tesla is one of them, but I'm
No, I
nibbling
don't
at
think
the
so
meal.
either. No, we
Elon
need new
Musk,
themes. Oh, let's go back into my water. My water's actually still doing okay now.
AWK,
Well, I was doing FIW, but
they're all the same. Yeah,
you know,
this one looks all right. I mean, compared to the
it's looking healthier
it has tremendous relative strength compared to the rest of the market. So, how about Prime? Let's take a look at Prime. Have we ever looked at it?
Which one?
Prime, Prime Medicine. What
No,
the
this is the
hell?
first I'm hearing of it. That's because you're still on the weekly, I think.
Uh,
There's not a whole lot of data.
yeah, it's not been public that long, but it has relative strength also in the gene editing space. I own it. I bought it at just about what it's trading at, actually a little lower. So technically I'm in the green. I like this candle. It is a classic engulfing candle, and it comes at the end of a downtrend. So I'm looking for a swing up on Prime. I think Prime is a great company along with CRISPR, Beam, Editas, and Intellia. I own them all, and I plan on adding to a few of them. I'm not sure which ones. Maybe this one.
Well, maybe it is time to average down on Editas
Yeah, maybe.
or CRISPR.
Okay,
I mean,
so that's it. We covered a lot of ground. I'm very, very bullish. I feel it in every bone in my body is saying Santa's coming. So you know, I can't argue with every bone in my body.
right? Well, I guess
Where
not.
are where are we? I lost. I
Yeah,
lost.
that's a very pretty picture.
I lost the show.
Click on the
You
word
lost.
live, maybe on the top left.
I lost the show.
It's to the right, up, right,
Oh, there it is.
right there.
There it is. There it is. And I'll stop screen sharing. So we could say a proper goodbye to everyone, a proper Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Hope everyone does well in the market. Pete joined us. First Solar
Yeah.
and ARRA. Chris is into the Dolphins. Oh wow, Chris, that surprised me. You're a St. Louis Cardinal fan and a Dolphin fan. That's a strange combination. Oh,
Yeah,
Pete's down on
I'm with
Elon.
you, Pete, but you gotta keep the faith.
Pete, you must have a thing for Kathy if you're still investing in her funds. I like her a lot, but I'm not giving her my money. Snaid, happy holidays to you and the rest of Utah. Yes, I have good. I've been a good boy, and Santa's going to honor my request for a rally. The Lions are
Yeah.
not terrible this year, are
PC
they?
days.
The Lions, who
No,
the
no,
Lions?
they're showing some backbone.
Did they beat the Jets?
They
Right,
beat a
they
lot of
beat the
people,
Jets. Yeah.
and we'll
All
see what
right,
happens.
so let's go Jets tonight.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Hanukkah, and Happy
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Kwanzaa,
Happy holidays.
and
All holidays.
we'll see you. We'll see you on the
Happy,
other side.
happy holidays, and keep the faith, no matter what. This market will eventually turn around. Hopefully tomorrow.
According to Dr. J, Santa Claus is coming to town.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Ciao.
Take care. Bye.